everybody, and welcome to another episode of Wild Moments brought to you by explore.org. My name is Taylor McCurdy, and of course, to this side of me is none other than Trishala Naidu, the world-renowned dynamic duo are back together. Oh, I've been
Hello,
practicing that,
everyone.
and then, of course, sorry, it sounded cooler in my head.
It sounded cooler even as you said it. And what was even cooler is that we saw your mum walking behind you.
Oh, did you? Bossy Donna, of course. Hi, Bossy Donna. Wants all the
Hi,
attention.
Bossy Donna.
Yeah, she's going to disappear for a few minutes, but welcome everybody. It's so exciting to have you on board, and I have no doubt that we're going to be joined by a couple of our regulars. So let's get straight into it. Let's say hello to everyone. Ozzy Jan, you're on board today. You've got your coffee as usual. Amber, you say thank you, Taylor and Trish, for being here and ready for today's fun with coffee and a chocolate donut. Trish, when last did you have a donut?
Let me tell you something. I love donuts, and it is a regular occurrence in this household.
Oh, really?
Yep.
That's nice. Okay, well, there we go.
About that.
We don't have good donut places in Hoedspruit, so I think that's why we don't eat them. Geert, you said, greetings from Holland. You're ready with tea and a cheese roll. You see, that's up my alley. I don't like the sweet stuff. Bring me a cheese roll. I'm keen. Rolling Trouble, you've said again, hi, Trish and Taylor from Washington. You've got coffee and water. What a great combination. And then Zygote has joined us again. And Kaoru, you've got milk and homemade banana bread. Oh my gosh, has everybody been baking all sorts of things? That sounds delicious.
That sounds lovely. I took all of that.
Yeah, me too. I'm also happy. I wish we could virtually exchange some of the stuff. Jan Powers, you've also just jumped on board and you're ready for a wild time. Trish Vissop, hello. Welcome or greetings from a rainy Poland. And then Bob from Kalamazoo. I feel like the whole crew is here today.
Welcome. Yeah.
Everyone's here. Welcome. We'll jump into a couple more welcomes. Oh, we've got one last one. We've got Timber Grace, who has also just said hello. So a big welcome to all of you. So for those of you that don't know, tomorrow is Reptile Awareness Day, because of course those creatures count too and are very important to the ecosystem. And that's what we are going to be focusing on today, which is something a little bit different. We're going to have we'll have one character that will pop in a bit later in the show that I know is a firm favorite amongst everyone. But reptiles are special creatures, and if I'm not mistaken, the first reptile that ever roamed the earth, very different from how we see the earth now, was a reptile known as Hylonomus. They just gave it a genus, and it spent its time on this planet about 315 million years ago. It looked very much like a lizard. It was about the length of a ruler, lived in swamps, ate insects and things. So yeah, very cool. I even Googled a picture of it, and it reminds me of an agama, actually, or the common flat lizard, something along those lines. But yeah, beautiful. Shall we jump straight into the first clip? I'm ready.
Let's do it.
And we are going to watch some crocodiles.
I think I remember this clip.
Oh.
There's quite a few of them there. Oh, the struggle.
To be fair, the last elephant that was struggling to get out of the mud, that's basically me coming out the swimming pool or when I'm in the beach. Yeah, because, the waves get me, normally knock me over. But that was interesting to see lots of crocodiles fighting. Or I think it was just two crocodiles that looked like were engaging with one another. Did you see more?
I don't know, because there was the chaos, and I saw tails moving all over the place. So it could have been two of the same ones. But it felt like there were 5 there.
Let's have a look again. Okay, I can see 2 on the right.
Yeah.
3, 4. Is that another one? No, that's mud. Off they go. They
I
don't
think
look like
3.
particularly big crocodiles either.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. The poor crake as well that was at the bottom of the screen that made
Yes.
a run. Go, elephant, the crocodiles are going to eat you. Get out.
The mud, shame pulling them in.
My goodness, what an amazing clip. Firstly, just for the audio was great on that. But
Yeah.
super interesting to see those crocodiles fighting. It could be a number of different reasons. Those crocodiles didn't look big enough to be breeding. I don't know what you think. I'm just looking in relation to the size of the elephants. So I
No, they
don't
don't
think
look
that it
very.
was. Yeah, so I don't know. I doubt it was a like a territorial battle to compete for females. But what does happen is when pans and water holes start drying out, animals have to compete for space. So I
Yeah.
wonder if it wasn't something like that. But I don't know. What do you think?
I reckon it was a competing for space, but also when pans do or dams do start to dry up, everyone becomes a little bit more irritable because especially those territorial animals, even if they're familiar with the animals in their territory, they become a little bit more irritable just because their precious resources becoming less and less and less. So I think it's a combination of competition for space and general irritation at the fact that it's mostly mud.
I don't blame them. It's not very easy by the looks of it for the crocodiles to hunt at Tau, which is where this video took place. But amazing to see how all the crocodiles just like completely started panicking.
I don't know if that was oh, you mean the elephants?
No, elephants. Yeah, sorry. I mean, I don't know why I said crocodiles. My bad. Totally meant elephants.
Yeah, I was about to say I didn't pick up on the crocodile's panic, but I didn't have a good look at their face. Maybe you saw something in their face. But the
The
elephants
one
are
thing I
like that at water holes.
Yeah, they're so pedantic. One thing I did notice though, as soon as those crocodiles started splashing about, all the elephants lifted up their tails. So, okay, obviously that's an agitation sign, but in my mind, I'm thinking maybe that's the first thing they do, raise their tails so the crocodiles won't be enticed to grab them. Who knows? No, we know what the answer is.
Maybe that's how it all started, Taylor.
Maybe. Who knows? All these biologists that were incorrect talking about what displacement of the tail can mean, what do they know? Anyways, Zygote, you said, wow, that audio. I actually got a fright. I'm not even going to lie. I had my speaker volume turned up, and if you could have seen my facial expressions, I kind of looked like one of the elephants getting a fright too. So that's how Trish and I always talk about us, feeling a little bit lazy in the afternoon and we need a bit of a boost, and it's normally coffee or tea or something that does that for us. That did it. I'm ready to run a marathon now. Um, Durrell, you've actually just joined us, and you've got a pot roast in the slow cooker and kitchen, and not kitchen in the coffee, and coffee in the kitchen with you. I don't know what's wrong with my brain today. It's crazy. I promise I haven't even had a sundowner just yet. Kim here has asked, what is our favorite reptile? Trish, I'll let you start for this one.
Oh, that's an easy one for me. It's a chameleon.
Obviously.
I
Why is
love
it your
chameleons,
favorite
everybody.
reptile?
Because there's so many adaptations in this little bundle of goodness. You've got the prehensile tail, you've got the independently moving eyes, you've got the color changing skin, you've got the tongue that's the length of their body or longer. It's just so much happening in that little creature, and I love it. And also they come in tiny, tiny, tiny sizes or really
Um,
large sizes. And I really want to
That's
go
so
to Madagascar and see all the chameleons.
Please take me with you. Maybe we can go and do an expedition there to see all of the
Oh,
small,
an
wonderful.
expedition, you say?
Yes, hi ho, Silver. They don't say that. I don't know. That's a cowboy that would say that.
What's yours, Taylor?
I don't. It's a tricky one. I kind of want to say geckos. I love gecko species of all kinds, and the reason why I love them is I resonate with them because every time I see a gecko on the wall, it's eating. So basically the same twins. No, I'm just joking. Crocodiles are probably my favorite reptile. I truly think that they are amazing and misunderstood creatures. But yeah, I just love that they're able to adapt to their surroundings and they just do whatever they want. I feel like they defy the rules all the time. So yeah, I crocodiles
I
most
like that.
certainly, and I would love to see a saltwater crocodile one day too.
That would be lovely. Also, you're gonna get a lot of hate for your gecko comment. I was about to rip into you, Taylor. I do
Why?
not like geckos.
You don't like? Oh yes, of course. No, you've told her this story, and Kirsten has actually said to me, "No, sis," and everyone else is laughing. So, anyways, I I
You
like.
might have to explain to our viewers that are not South African what she means by that.
Oh no, sis. Sis is like gross. Like, don't be
Disgusting.
ridiculous. It can mean it's got like it can mean a number of different things, but like disgusting. You're right. I forget. Not the whole world doesn't speak like us South Africans. Um, yeah, so actually last night there was a gecko. I don't know what species it was. I feel like I've never seen it before. It was really interesting. It was huge. It was almost the length of a ruler, and it had caught a Parktown prawn. You know those massive
Oh,
cricket
yeah.
things? They're also terrifying. Google a Parktown prawn. It's terrifying, and yeah, so that was quite cool. I was trying to go in and outside, and I was worried it was going to fall on my head. So, but it didn't. It managed to devour its massive prey. Oh, so Zygote, you've said that snakes are your favorite. Well, I could have said a snake. Yeah, I mean, I like all reptiles. So, but do you have a favorite snake, Zygote? Now you got to let us know. And then Trish, not Trish, Tris has said Trishala's facial expressions when Taylor's talking about geckos is one of her favorite things to see. Just
It's actually
completely
ridiculous
disgraceful.
as somebody who works with animals and loves animals. It's ridiculous what happens to me when I see a gecko. It's not any gecko. Taylor, your big gecko friend outside, fine. It's the small tropical house gecko. It's the one that infests Durban, where I grew up, and Kirsten as well. So
When they do the thing when they just go and they on the wall and then they just let go
it's
and
not
land on you.
anyway,
So much
anyway, we
fun.
don't need to talk
No,
about it. No, we
we
don't
don't.
need to.
We won't. I see Rolling Trouble. You've asked if dragonflies are reptiles. No, they're not. They're arthropods. They're also fantastic little creatures. And I spend a lot of time watching dragonflies. In fact, I've got a few residents that live around my swimming pool, which is great. Yeah. So I enjoy having them around because they catch all the annoying flying insects while I'm floating around in my lilo. So yeah, really, really great to have around. But um, oh, ha ha ha! Sorry, Rolling Trouble. I didn't quite catch your joke. Dragonfly.
Well done, Taylor. No, I didn't catch it either. Good one.
We're
Good
both
one,
really
Rolling
slow.
Top.
But that was actually a good one. I mean, oh, I'm so sorry. We missed an opportunity there. Okay, let's. We're gonna head to our next clip now because we've got quite a few to get through, and it's at Rosie's Pan, and it's a tortoise.
That's my tortoise face.
You looked exactly like a tortoise. I
Oh,
was actually shocked.
I
Oh,
thought this would
what
be
are you
safe.
doing?
Going for a swim.
This is This is great. La, 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 la. Off it goes.
La, la, la.
So fast. Look at it pedaling away. Although it looks like it's mainly almost walking on the bottom, but I think it does start swimming. There, does it get deeper there?
Yeah. Oh, there it goes. There it goes.
That's really quick. I, I, I didn't think that leopard tortoises could swim that fast. I mean, you read information about this like subject matter, and they always talk about tortoises being slow swimmers. That thing's swimming faster than I could ever swim.
Leopard tortoises, I mean, like Taylor said, they're ones that we always read about. They're not afraid of water. They'll go for a swim. They're quite happy in the water. But that speed is not something that we're used to seeing.
No, not ever. Look at it, just going for a quick dip. That's quite nice. And off it
Yeah.
goes. But it's moving fast on land as well. Perhaps it also
Well,
had a cup.
maybe it did.
Hmm.
It had to switch off the turbo once it got into land, though. You could see the
Absolutely.
struggle.
You're not actually going to see very many tortoises swimming, especially not in Africa. It's really just the leopard tortoise. And I have a funny story. So before I was a guide and knew anything better, but like a nature enthusiast, I was out on a walk, and the next minute I saw like the carapace, so the top part of the shell, in just sticking out of a big puddle of water, and I sprinted over because I was like, "Oh, it's drowning!" So I ran over, and I could see just its little head sticking out, and I grabbed it and I removed it from the water, and I thought, I'm a hero, you know. They're going to write stories about me. And then it walked straight back into the water again. And because it was quite a large, like puddle, probably more of a wallow, in fact, it then also just swam away. And I was so completely confused by this situation. So I left it. And that was the first time that I learned that leopard tortoises could indeed swim.
There we
Pretty
go.
epic. Yeah.
Yeah,
It was really, really nice to see. Do you like tortoises?
of course, I love tortoises. And the
Okay.
only animal I have a problem with, literally, is the tropical house gecko. The only one.
Okay, fair enough. Do
I
you want to
mean,
hear a
I
funny
can't.
joke? Well, no, sorry, wait,
Sorry,
I'll finish. Sorry.
I was gardening um, recently. You know, Taylor, how I love to spend the day out gardening. Anyway,
Of
got some new
course.
seeds, got some new plants, all of that. But I hadn't touched my gardening stuff for a while because it was winter. So I went to take out all the stuff, and then I saw this big brown button spider. Like that
Oh,
thing was, she was hectic. Her abdomen was huge. She was so scary, but also I loved her. But then I was removing her and then I lost her, and that made me a bit like, oh, should probably
is
put
that
some
what's
shoes on.
crawling up your shoulder?
Nah.
Just
I would
joking.
love, I would love a spider teddy, like my bat one, Henrietta,
Oh,
where she
yes. Yeah,
would
that's
love a
really
spider.
cool. I hope you can
Like
find one. I'll
spiders, I
keep
love
an
them.
eye out, I
Yes,
reckon.
please.
Can I tell you a funny joke? Well, I hope it's going to
Yes.
be funny. I just have to figure out how I have to do this. It's one tortoise speaking to another tortoise. Doesn't it bother you when the rain falls on your mouth? Nope. Get it? Because the tortoise had like a protruding jaw at the other one's just a normal top lip. Yeah. Anyways, my best friend from high school, her sister, who was like 6 at the time, this was a very long time ago, told me that joke. And I thought it was hilarious. But also, I have the mental capacity of a 3-year-old. Right. If there's any questions.
We ought to nurture that part of ourselves, and your jokes help
Yes.
it too.
This is true. Oh, going back to zygotes mentioned the snake that they like. You said it's called a naneti. It's a small grass snake. Oh, I'll have to I'll have to check that out. And then
In
Kaoru, you
Mulafi.
said you didn't. Yeah, you have to Google it. Kaoru, you said you didn't know that tortoises could swim. Well, not all of them. So the leopard tortoise has got quite a big lung capacity, so it allows them to be quite buoyant. And then Trish, please remind me. Maybe you know the story, the tortoises that ended up on Galapagos Island, how did they get there? Or is it the other way around? Did the Galapagos tortoises end up swimming or floating somewhere else? I don't know. I remember a story, but I cannot remember the version of it. I'll maybe quickly
I'm not
Google
sure
that.
specifically what you're speaking of, but I would imagine that those tortoises came from the mainland. Oh, I do know
Yeah,
what you're talking about.
I've
Um,
completely forgotten.
yeah, yeah, yeah. There was a story about how they had swam to the mainland or floated. It's hard to tell, also because we weren't there. But yeah, they would have moved from the mainland to the island, and then obviously speciated significantly from the mainland population.
Can you imagine though, just like tortoises just looking out, going, "Oh, I really wish we could go to that place over there. That looks really nice." And then just a few of them went, "Well, off we go, out to sea we go." I
Well,
don't know. That
I
could
was
be.
imagining, more of a let's have a look over this cliff. Oh no, we fell over the cliff. Now what? And then
Yeah,
next one.
all being in the sea. No,
Exactly.
that's a much better story. It would make for a great kids cartoon. Okay. I don't think we had any more questions about the tortoises. Oh, except for the fact that Rolling Trouble has gone. Oh no, Taylor, bad dad joke. I'd make a great dad. Um, let's actually, sorry, I just want to quickly check something. I've got to scroll up. Where are the questions? Oh, Alison, you were saying, speaking of reptiles, you've missed Monty. Well, I've got good news for you because we are going to go across and have a look at Monty the Python.
Monty!
A snake
We love you,
looks just like
Monty.
the branch. That is so wonderful to see. This has to be. Oh no!
Oh,
What? We need an action replay. Slow mo. Wow,
whoa!
that was
Whoa,
so quick.
Monty's epic.
Wow, I didn't even see what little bird that was. A little brown and one.
Almost looked like a female weaver.
Yeah, it could, absolutely could have been. Oh, now it's just being devoured. Well, at least it would have been a quick death for that poor little bird. I don't think it knew what hit it.
No. And I mean, you can see how well Monty blends in with the tree. It's crazy. I
Yeah.
mean, I can't wait to see what Monty looks like now when it makes an appearance again, which I'm sure Monty will, because we see Monty once the rains come through, and he has a disappearing act between like April and November ish, and then he comes back. So I'm really looking forward to seeing him again, and also to see if he's gotten any bigger. I mean, whoa, look at that.
I can't believe how quickly it's devoured the bird, though. And there aren't even any others like really alarming at it. There's something calling in the distance, but not doesn't sound like much of an alarm call. Look at that twisting and contorting. It can't be easy to eat a bird while dangling off of a branch. Instead of fork-tailed drongo shouting. Little blue waxbill. Sure, done and
Maybe they're
dusted.
not. Maybe they're not alarming a whole lot because he still kind of looks like a branch.
Yeah, potentially. And then gone, well, we sacrificed one, we can't sacrifice them all. I can't get over this. Look at how quick the reaction is, though.
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! And that was
But how does it?
that
This,
was
I mean, this must
so.
go to show how good their eyesight is. What do you think, Trish? Do you think it was seeing the bird because it react? Oh, it touched it. Never mind. I see there the. Um,
Yeah, 1 foot is
I
on
think it
the
might actually
actually
be a
on.
canary. I'm just looking. I think that might be a canary with the white supercilium and the
Could
very
be.
short
Yeah.
conical beak. But that was, yeah, I see. Okay, now I see 1 foot touched it, but that's unbelievable. I can't believe it reacted so quickly. Wait, wrong
Ooh.
branch.
And then it looks like its partner went by going, oh,
Ooh,
just like went
cheers.
past his
Ooh.
face.
Yeah.
Shame.
Oh no, shame. Well,
That
that's
was
pretty
that was
spectacular to see. But I completely agree with you. I'm also really excited to see more sightings of Monty. But we've got two more clips before the end of the show. Let's head to the next one, which is, again, I think I'm going to find this quite funny, but it's a terrapin trying to find a good place to bask in the sun. Oh no. Oh, if I was an animal, this is it.
This needs like Benny Hill soundtrack playing in the
Yeah, oh,
background.
absolutely. Come on, you almost got it. Oh no. Can you imagine the frustration that this terrapin is going through? Why is this log moving? Or maybe it's training, going to join the circus.
Yep, that's it. That's it. It's training. This is its new prop.
Oh,
I'm
this is
surprised at its persistence.
never quits. I wonder what all the other terrapins are also watching, going, oh no, he's got himself into a very poor situation. So if you haven't worked it out just yet, that is elephant dung that's floating in the water. Oh no,
Oh
terrapin,
no!
don't try a different one. Surely
Oh
not.
no! Oh shame! No, that dung's not more dense than the other dung, and it's a ball.
Oh
Oh
yeah, there we
no!
go.
Maybe it can push the
Oh,
two dung balls together and create a raft.
potentially. Oh my goodness, imagine. Wow. Yeah.
Shame.
Well, that's a special terrapin, and an interesting place to choose to bask, but nonetheless expending unnecessary energy. But good for you, terrapin,
But
for
you know what?
trying.
It's that was the cost of learning right there.
Yeah, yes, absolutely. I do think though that terrapin's going to go in and see another dung ball and probably try that again. I sometimes have no
I'm
hope for.
going to have to leave you all.
Oh,
So sorry. But before
no,
I
it's
go, I'd
okay.
like to read something that grumpy old man sent through.
Ah,
The old man says, I named my salamander Tiny because he's minute.
don't laugh, Trish. That's not funny. You've bruised my ego.
I'm not saying grumpy old man's jokes are better than yours, but I mean, considering his name is Grumpy Old Man, it's likely, very high possibility, he's better at the dad joke thing than we are.
No, fair enough. You're not wrong. I haven't got much experience in that field. I'm going to keep practicing. Grumpy old man, if you've got any tips, I'm very receptive of constructive criticism. Anyways, thank you, Trish,
All right.
for joining,
Thank you
and good
all.
luck.
I'll see you all
Yeah.
next week. Thank you, Taylor. Bye.
Goodbye. I'll miss you. Right now, you're just stuck with me. Let's see if there's any not tortoise questions, snake questions. No, we moved on from snakes. We're on terrapins. Sorry, my bad. I don't know like I said, I don't know what's wrong with me today. There were actually quite a few comments on the snake. But Bridget McKinney, you've said poo tube, like that. That's exactly what that was. And then Canadian, you've said South Africa's version of Canadian log rolling. Yes, a serious contender. We'll start taking note. What is the next clip about? Okay, let's head across to the last clip before we run out of time. We're heading back to Tao with another interaction with crocodiles. Oh, very nervous hyena. That's quite cheeky. Are you going to... Hey, look at the crocodile, so stubborn, not wanting to move. Just twisting its tail away just ever so slightly. You better be careful, hyena. Exactly. Yeah, there we go, crocodile. Turn and face the hyena. Oh, now the second one is also coming in. Its interest has been piqued. Look at the tails raised, though. Oh, be careful. Yeah, not the biggest crocodiles, but still, with the powerful jaws that they have, if they grab hold of a hyena, it's unlikely that it's going to be able to get out of its grip. They're such funny animals. Yeah, there we go. And look how the crocodile is able to propel itself quite a distance. Oh, goodness. They just can't help themselves, can they? I'm surprised there's no sort of giggling involved, which they can sometimes do, which hyenas do, especially when they're sort of like a bit on the nervous side. Wait, oh, that was close. I can't believe they want you to go back for more. I mean, anything could be potential prey species for hyenas and for a crocodile. But quite a funny clip to watch. I hope you enjoyed that one. Those hyenas were lucky that they didn't get caught by the crocodile. But I wasn't too worried about the crocodile because if it really wanted to get away and it was that bothered, it would have just turned and gone straight into the water. But it decided to stand up for itself and try and teach those hyenas a lesson. Although I don't think the hyenas actually learned anything from that situation. Kawa, you said they're way too daring. Absolutely. Crocodiles always end up getting chased and teased by younger animals. My favorite is when the young hippos will also go up to them. I've spoken about this before, and then just nip the end of their tails, just like the hyena was doing while they're out basking in the sun during the day. But then the crocodiles, for the most part, tend to move off into the water. Grumpy old man, you said never smile at a crocodile. Those are wise words to live by, or never try to pat one on its head. But anyways, what a great show and a great tribute to reptiles. So make sure you share all your favorite stories and images on social media tomorrow so we can continue to spread the awareness. But from myself and Trish, who's now no longer here, hope you have a great Thursday, and we'll see you next week.